It is day number 44 of vlogging for 20 minutes a day for 1 year. No filters, no edits, whatever happens, happens. This is raw life. This is the stuff that nobody shows you. And this is just us.
Hi.
This is my wife, Alex. I'm Frankie, if you guys don't know. We have a little girl, Everly. She's 2.
She's sleeping.
And we have our little puppy, Paco.
He's inside because it's cold.
Yeah, it's pretty chilly out. We're in Canada at the moment. We have a beautiful sunset happening right now, especially because the last couple of days have been rainy. There's been no sunset.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to see the view?
Pretty nice. She's a real beaut.
Hey, let me ask you this. We were having this discussion last night at dinner. How many people do you think were in the world 80 years ago?
Oh.
Or at least, how about this? How many people do you think were in Canada 80 years ago? What was the population of Canada 80 years ago?
The population now is like 36 million?
Yeah, anywhere from 35 to 40 million.
Okay.
Right now.
So 80 years ago?
80 years ago. What do you think?
2 million?
More.
7 million.
More.
70 million.
12 million people.
So it's like quadruple?
It's did a little bit more than doubled.
It's my math.
It's like 3 times the amount.
Well, 12 plus 12 is 24.
Just 3 times 12 is 36. So basically 3 times the amount, right? Of people now live in Canada. 80 years ago. How about the United States? What do you think? 80 years ago, how many people?
What is it now? 300 million?
350 million now.
So did it also triple?
Pretty much. Most places do. There was 141.4 million people in the United States 80 years ago. It's kind of crazy to think how much the population has boomed in the last 80 years.
Well, we had the baby
on the
boom
planet.
In that time.
We were looking back to like the Magna Carta of like basically 1200. There was only 300 to 400 million people on the planet.
On the whole planet. Yeah,
now there's
definitely like exploded.
Now there's 9 billion people.
It's a lot of souls.
It's kind of wild to think. You know, back then, you had your 100-year lifespan with way less people than you do today.
You wouldn't have had a 100-year lifespan.
No, but you get what I'm saying. You might have had 40-year lifespan, but they say that you live, you know, your 100 years are with the same group of people. Okay. With like this group of people. Your century of people.
I don't want to get into all this deep stuff, Frank. You know how I feel about talking about like death and life.
I wasn't thinking about death. I was thinking about
you're
life.
Literally just talking about you have 100 years to live.
Okay,
which makes me think about like, okay, well, eventually it's going to be over.
Sorry. Well, let me ask you.
That's why I stopped paying attention to the conversation last night. I was like, I don't know.
You're like, I'm running away from this.
Yeah.
I get it because I understand the feeling that you feel when that stuff comes up. What do you think about it? Like, what do you guys think about that?
We're getting deep.
Well, just, you know, sometimes you got to get deep in life, you know?
What do you think happens next? Let us know in the comments below. We'd like to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting to think about how many like new people on the planet today compared to back then.
Well, we added 1.
Yeah.
Which technically...
We're below the average, though.
Well, also, we're below replacement rate, if you think about it like that. Like, because we're 2 people, but we've only added 1 person.
Yeah.
So technically, we need to have another one to be at replacement rate.
Whoa. What are you trying to tell me, Alex?
Well, according to Elon Musk, I need to have like 17 children.
More?
So.
6 more?
Yeah. Well, because then the other thing is, too, like, which I don't know if it really matters or whatever, and like the world's going to look different 100 years from now than it does. But like in some places you have populations that are booming, and then in other places you have populations that are
declining.
Like in Canada, we have our birth rate is not replacement, or like is just above replacement. So we need a lot of immigrants to like keep the population of Canada growing, right?
Sure.
Whereas other countries have such high birth rates that their population is just growing.
But why do we need to continuously grow a population in a place?
I don't 100% understand that whole thing. But like if you think about like the systems that we have in place now, eventually there won't be, like we'll have buildings with nobody living in them. We'll have hospitals with nobody using them.
If the replacement is even, then there'll always be people using them.
Right, but I'm just saying.
Now, if the replacement is below, then that's when you start to have that problem. I guess the thing is that when you boom a population and you make all these extra places for people to live in, now when you have a regression, it's like, oh, there's going to be empty places, but eventually you're going to get a boom again.
That's the problem that Canada's having right now with like the baby boomers, because they're in the generation that's like moving towards retirement homes and long-term care facilities. But like if the government builds enough for everybody, then 10 or 20 years later, they're going to have tons of empty facilities that nobody's going to need.
That's the way things are, though. Things ebb and flow, right?
Yeah.
Like they come up and they go down.
This mic up.
No, I think you're all right.
It's just like... Sorry if it's weird.
It just got me thinking about it. Like, I was just thinking about, like, your Pops is around about 80 years old, and to think about, like, how many less people there were just in Canada when he was a kid.
Right.
Like I think about Brooklyn. I remember seeing, like, pictures of Brennan and Caw when
like
they first opened.
It's a burger spot.
When they first opened, and it's literally just, like, empty lots. It was like...
Well, I mean, even the town I grew up in.
It was a shop in a field of farms, basically.
Right.
And now
it's like in the middle of a booming city.
Because we were also talking about like places to move and things along those lines. Like what's the next, like Bend, Oregon is kind of what we were talking about the other day.
Like you want a city that's like small, but like up and coming, so that you can get in on the ground floor, and then 20 years from now, it's going to be the spot that everybody wants to be. But how do you like predict what that is?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's. I think the biggest thing that you could do is look at what is the potential, highlights of a place, and then like, oh, okay. I see this, I see that,
you've got to move
and then
somewhere
you
that
go.
you want to be because it has the things that you like, and if other things happen, then that's great. But if you're just moving somewhere for the potential of something that may or may not happen, it's kind of...
Well, we were talking about that place because we like the vibe of it. We like the environment. We like the things that are around it.
Speaking of vibes and environments, we should set the camera up somewhere so that they can see this view behind us.
That we're looking at.
Because I feel bad that...
we can keep talking, but I just think it's pretty neat.
Do you want to go down to the dock?
Yeah, we can.
It'll probably be mosquito central down there.
Yeah, we could still go down there, though.
How was your day, Frank?
My day was great. I got to spend a fair amount of it with you, which was nice. That was a change of pace recently.
Well, that's only because Everly was at daycare.
Yeah, but I feel like that since she was at daycare, you were at the job site with me.
Right.
So
got some work done on the kitchen.
Yeah, right now we're finishing the kitchen in the hideout so that way we can move back into it. We will miss this view while we're there, but it's not far away. So the nice aspect of it is we will have our own space, but we won't have this gorgeous view at Alex's parents' house.
Top deck?
Yeah, top deck is good.
Maybe you could set the camera in a way that... I wonder if all these chairs are wet.
But you were saying like my day, it was nice because I got to hang out with you and then I got to finish a video as well.
Why don't you put it like up here? Because that might be nicer.
Looking for the framing, guys. What do you think? Is this good framing for you?
Then we can just be shadows.
And we could just love on each other. We don't do this.
Ooh, careful of my mic. I don't want you to smush me.
We don't do this that often. We don't get to come and just hang out and look at each other.
We're not just hanging out and looking at each other. We're hanging out and looking at each other while 1,000 people watch.
I guess that's true. You're right.
It's a little bit different than a solo hang sesh.
How was your day?
It was good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I woke up feeling really terrible this morning because of that headache that's been lingering. Mm-hmm. But Frank went and got me some special super secret medicine rub for my neck.
Super secret?
Super secret, only legal in Canada.
Medicine
super
rub.
Secret rub. Mm-hmm. And so between that and a muscle relaxer, I was feeling pretty good by the time we got to the kitchen.
How you feeling now?
I feel fine. Like my headache finally went away. It's been
That's great.
lingering since Monday. So
Yeah.
I feel like that was way too much.
My hands are cold.
My hands are cold too. That's why. But then I felt like I wasn't holding your hand.
There you
Your
go.
hands are very cold.
I know. Get in there. Warm them up.
Yeah. Maybe we could be in.
It's your turn to warm me up for once, because typically I'm warming you up all the time. Yeah? Mm-hmm. Your eyes look beautiful.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You too. It's the
The silhouette from the sun.
Sunset.
Your eyes look like ocean meeting land. How about mine?
I was gonna say something mean.
You can say something to me, that's fine. Your eyes look like shit.
Your eyes look like fall leaves drifting to earth.
I like that you made it poetic
Yeah,
instead of something about poo.
that was my first thought.
That's okay. I appreciate it.
Well, I think I hang out with the 2-year-old too much.
Ah, booby. Every joke
What's
about
up, chicken poo? Yeah.
This is nice, though. I do want to say thank you guys for all the charity that you guys have given.
Oh, we should have brought Paco.
He is basically the next charity.
Okay, so listen to this, guys. He's not coming down here.
Paco!
Think again. Okay, here's the deal. We have a new fundraiser because last month we earned $1,000 for No Kid Hungry.
More than $1,000.
Woohoo! Thank you very much, everybody who donated. We're gonna close that one and send all the funds. And then in a day or two, once we're finished up the logistical back-end details with the South Coast Humane Society of Brookings, Oregon, which is who you voted for in our community poll. This is the organization where we adopted Paco.
Yes.
Frank told the whole story a couple of days ago,
Yes.
which might have been preemptive. But
Well, yeah, I think I was just talking about dogs as it like being one of the potential charities. And so that's why the story came up. But if you want to tell it again. feel
well, we'll save it for another day when we actually have the fundraiser up and running. But we're excited because they were super nice to us when we adopted Paco. We were really worried that we weren't going to be able to adopt a dog because we lived in a van.
Yeah.
And we'd heard some other people saying that, oh, you have to like pretend that you have a house and pretend that you have a fenced in yard and
we were
blah,
like,
blah, blah.
well, we don't want to pretend that because it's not true.
Yeah, and then also like I'm a very bad liar, I feel like. So I'm just not interested in
Lying about it. Agreed.
like you go in and be like, I make believe story.
I have a great 9-to-5 job. And a
Yeah.
picket fence
Yeah,
with
what's
a
your
red
address?
door.
Let me just make something up. Like, you know.
Like, what's the 90210?
Yeah, that's actually growing up in Canada. That was the only American zip code I ever knew.
Oh, yeah. Because of the show.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But yeah, so they were actually really sweet, and we were like, yeah, we live in a van, da da da. And the lady was like, that's the best life for a dog.
Yeah, she was like the new smells, the new things, just everything that the dog is going to get to see and be around. And I think
You get to be with him 24/7.
Yeah.
Like, whatever dog you guys adopt is going to be so lucky.
And I will say, I think that it was absolutely the best life for Paco.
Was?
Yeah, like living out of the van and traveling. We're not living.
Sounds like he's dead when
We're
you
not
say it like that.
Well, we're not living in the van at the moment, right?
No.
So whenever we're traveling and we're on the road, he just seems to be like a whole different dog.
Right.
You know, he's not that he's a bad dog when we're at
At
like
home,
a
he
stationary
likes
house.
to be like a couch dog.
He just lounges a lot.
But like, even from Grandma and Grandpa's house to our property over at my sister's house, when we're here, he sits on the couch all day, like waiting for Grandma.
That's it. That's his
Yeah, like
whole
today,
agenda.
actually, he came and sat with me, and Frank was like, "Whoa,
He's our
sitting
dog.
with you?"
I was like, wait, Grandma's home? Yeah. What?
Yeah, like very strange. And then when we go over to the trailer, he's like, zoom, 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 smelling, running, there. Oh,
Yeah.
what's that sound? Let's go. Let's try it. Like, he's like so much happier and more like
He does a lot more movement.
Yeah. And then so I'm like, every time Frank goes over there, I'm like, take the dog.
And I do.
We get out of the house.
I try to take him with me all the time. It's difficult when it's literally a construction zone.
Yeah, but even today, he was like, choop, 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 and then on the couch.
Yeah, he sat on the couch.
Just like in the construction zone. Like, we don't have to worry about him, like, eating a screw.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he's not that kind of a dog.
I'm more worried about Everly eating the screw.
Exactly. I think Everly is the more dangerous one to have on the job site.
Granted, she doesn't put a lot of things in her mouth.
Not anymore.
Yeah. She's pretty good about not putting, like, even rocks and stuff. She wasn't too big on that. Like, some kids could be like, everything's going in my mouth, and she really wasn't.
I mean, they all go through phases or whatever. She's definitely had a rock in her mouth before.
Yeah, but
you're gonna be like, get that thing out of there.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I just mean, like, some kids are like,
you look
every
really uncomfortable.
rock. I am.
Are you uncomfortable?
Yeah, I'm very uncomfortable. But I'm just dealing with it.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Now they'll be able to see our faces.
Woo! Hey guys, we've just got like the most varied lighting ever.
By the way, I like your shirt.
Didn't have a lot of options downstairs.
I was waiting for you to say, I like yours.
I like yours.
Do you know why I bought this?
For me.
For Alex.
I don't ever wear that one though.
No, but it's super comfy.
It is really comfy. And I was like, ooh, I actually originally we went to a thrift store in
Oregon.
Was it Oregon also? Yeah, I thought so. And then this was actually kind of funny. We were staying at a Boondockers Welcome. And we roll up. They're really nice, whatever. We stay there for the day. And then the next morning we go out and we're like, hey, what's up? And he, I think Frank was talking to him for a bit. And then I came out. And then he's like, I'd really like to get a picture of your family. And I was still in my pajamas. And I was like,
let me at least get ready for the picture.
Later. Like, he's like, oh, no, it's all good. Like, whatever. It's just like for my own, whatever. I'm like, okay, like.
My own memories.
So we take a picture.
a picture.
We take a picture. And I'm like, not, I just woke up. Like, I'm,
She wasn't looking her best.
Feeling my photo ready, whatever. Although I do come on the internet all the time in videos with
just pajamas on, no makeup.
Literally 90% of our content is me in my pajamas.
Well, at least the stuff that's done millions of views.
Yeah, the most viewed content has no makeup in pajamas. Anyways, we're chatting with them a bit more, and they invited us into the house, and Everly's reading books and whatever, and then. He was talking about the previous couple who'd stayed on the property and telling us about them and their travels and whatever. We're like, okay. And he's like, yeah, here, look at them. They were the screensaver on his phone.
Alex is like, I think we're about to be his screensaver.
I guess next week we're going to be the screensaver.
Until the next people come.
And now I'm realizing that they might be watching this video.
They may not.
So anyways, it was just a little bit like, so those people were only here for a week, and then now they're your screensaver, and now you have a photo of me in my pajamas.
As your screensaver, potentially?
Might potentially be your screensaver next week.
So maybe taking photos of people and make them your screensaver is not the best idea.
I think it's... obviously people do it with their loved ones.
Yeah.
If you have your kid as your screensaver, that's pretty standard. An engagement photo.
Yeah.
But just some random people you met on a Tuesday. That's a big commitment.
All right, I'm looking for.
If it could be here, so I don't
No,
have to hold
it cannot be there.
What if it could half be here and I could half hold it?
Yeah, that's fine because your arm gets tired, right?
Yeah,
my arm got.
I can leave.
I think I might get tennis elbow from holding this thing too many days in a row. You got to switch.
365 days, and I'm in the hospital with tennis arm.
You got to switch elbows.
You're gonna be back at active chiropractic.
Yeah, active, just pulling. So that's another story actually. When we were doing the the 1985 Toyota Sunraider, when we were building that out, remodeling it, there was this plastic thing that goes around the whole thing. Long story short, I removed it and had to put a new one in, and I was going like this for 4 hours around the whole entire thing.
Whole day.
And quite literally the next 2 weeks, all of a sudden I had
he couldn't use his arms.
I couldn't even lift up our baby without me feeling like I was gonna drop it.
Yeah, he was having muscle spasms and stuff. So
it was
then
terrible.
He goes to an acupuncturist, And the first time he went, he was like, yeah, that provided me with like some relief. I'm going to book another appointment. So he books another appointment, then he comes home and he says, Alex, I need to detox my spleen. That's why my arms hurt.
Right.
And I said, Frank, I'm booking you an appointment with a different doctor.
Yeah.
So I booked him an appointment with a chiropractor / physiotherapist. And it turns out that Frank had texting thumb.
Yeah.
So all he needed to do was leave his spleen the frig alone.
And just stretch this out. And actually, I've taught a lot of people that stretch, and it's relieved quite a few people's texting thumbs, because that's what they call it today. It has been 20 minutes, but first comment of the day. Beautiful day in Canada today. It was overcast and cold here, many miles south. I love the rebuild efforts. So exciting.
Thank you so much.
MJP. Appreciate you.
Alex Frugal is me too. It's also called
Smart. So let's not let's not call it frugal anymore. Let's call it smart.
I'm smart with my cash.
There you go. We'll see you tomorrow.
No, you gotta say, that's 20 minutes.
That's 20 minutes. We'll see you tomorrow.
We'll give you a last little peeky peek at the sunset. Have a good one.
All right, hurry inside. It's cold.